Alan Shearer has cooled the growing hype around Arsenal after watching their latest victory over Sunderland, insisting there was nothing spectacular about Mikel Arteta's side despite another important 3 points in the Premier League title race. Speaking on Match of the Day, the Newcastle legend offered a measured, and some would say dismissive, assessment of Arsenal's performance, arguing that while the result mattered, the display itself did little to suggest a team operating at an elite, title-defining level. Arsenal travelled to the Stadium of Light knowing that any slip-up would hand momentum back to Manchester City. They delivered the win, controlled large parts of the game, and limited Sunderland's attacking threat. But for Shearer, control without cutting edge does not equal dominance. It was professional, yes, Shearer said on Motd. But there was nothing spectacular about it. They didn't blow Sunderland away. They did what they had to do. That verdict immediately sparked debate among fans and pundits alike, particularly those who believe Arsenal's maturity lies precisely in their ability to win games without fireworks. A game won by control, not chaos. Arsenal's opener, a crisp, swerving strike from Martin Zubimendi from the edge of the box, was arguably the highlight of the match. Declan Rice and Kai Havertz both went close from similar range, while Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli stretched Sunderland's defense without consistently overwhelming it. For Shearer, moments like those were isolated rather than relentless. You look at the top teams and you expect wave after wave, he added. Arsenal had spells, but it wasn't constant pressure. The former England captain was particularly unimpressed by Arsenal's tempo in the second half, suggesting they allowed Sunderland to stay in the game longer than necessary. Experience talking, or undervaluing progress. Shearer's comments reflect a broader narrative that has followed Arsenal all season. Are they convincing enough to be champions, or simply efficient? While critics argue that Arsenal lack the ruthless streak of Manchester City at their peak, Arteta's defenders point to the evolution of a team that now understands when to accelerate and when to manage a game. Winning away, keeping defensive structure, and avoiding unnecessary risk, these are traits Arsenal previously lacked. Now, they are being criticized for them. Arteta unbothered by external noise. Mikel Arteta, unsurprisingly, took a different view post-match. The Arsenal manager praised his side's discipline, organization, and patience, stressing that the Premier League rarely allows for spectacular performances every week. You don't win titles by being spectacular all the time, Arteta said. You win them by being consistent. That comment felt like a subtle rebuttal to pundits such as Shearer, whose standards are shaped by eras where physical dominance and attacking chaos were prized above tactical control. The bigger picture. Arsenal's Sunderland win may not live long in highlight reels, but it could prove decisive in May. In a title race defined by fine margins, grinding out results is often more valuable than dazzling displays. Shearer's verdict, nothing spectacular, may be technically accurate. But history shows that championships are rarely built on spectacle alone. For Arsenal, the question is not whether they impressed Alan Shearer on Match of the Day, but whether these quiet, controlled victories are laying the foundations for something far bigger. And if they are, the lack of spectacle may be exactly the point.